All right, so this is a RFG chosen one, dude. I'm pretty sure this is the same guy that predicts all the Super Bowls and stuff like that. And people bet on him, and they win pretty big with this guy. Um, Unfortunately, he doesn't really sun gaze that much, I don't think. And this whole being on a spinning ball is something that is just not happening. So it's really just HAARP, but he explains HAARP or the possibility of a pole shift with aim. Tafiti sits at the damn pole. She don't shift around. Like, that shit is ridiculous. But anyways, uh, he goes on to explain
what's really going on
the HAARP.
with this cold air front that has hit the United States. All right. Very, very crazy.
Thanks to Steve for
crazy
sharing
shit
this one
going
too.
on around us, and I've been paying attention to, what's been going on in Texas for the past few hours now, and
All right, so yeah, it is really strange. We passed through here. We're not here anymore, but in Texas land for 3 days. Now imagine that. For 3 days, the power was out. Literally going, I guess it was on the third day or whatever. But anyways, now the power's there, is starting to turn back on. And it's real crazy because it's like the whole time that was happening was only in the state of Texas that these were extreme power outages were happening. And coincidentally, we were talking about HAARP just before that. But the greatest thing about this happening in here, and Houston, shouts out to Houston and Galveston, they have life-threatening
I was reading this right here.
storm warning.
If you just put in
And they don't
Texas
care about us.
weather
They're doing this themselves.
on Google, this is what you're
Is
gonna
this
see, folks. Right here.
dangerous
they have
ice
issued
storm
a winter
expected to
storm warning,
create life-threatening?
for Houston and Galveston, and it says that dangerous ice storm expected to create life-threatening conditions through tomorrow morning.
All right, so that was really interesting because that never happens in the Texas. Look at all these pictures of all these places that are all iced over, and they all don't have any power. So it's just really hilarious that they want us to believe that there's some kind of pole shift. Yeah, it's not supposed to do that. So let me go ahead and explain why I know why they're doing it. Now that's the thing that we want to talk about too, is that they've got something that's floating in the atmosphere inside of this containment, whether it's connected to the to silica dome itself, or if it's kind of like on that little parachute that they have when they say they have satellites, and it's really like a parachute that's floating up there, and it sends electromagnetic waves. So the thing is that you really got to focus on the buildings below, because the buildings below are what's operating that thing up there. So even if there was something up high that you can't reach, it doesn't make a difference. You just got to get rid of the buildings below. And this motherfuckers did this just so this chosen one dude would make this video, just so someone would show it to me, just so I can expose the fact that it's obvious of what they're doing. They're making a refrigerator for all their little food people. All right. So these are these useless eaters. They're trying to create refrigerators. They know they only got 3 days to get the people down there before the people start decaying and becoming rotten. And when they start decaying, if you watch The Walking Dead, you'll see they start out normal, and then they start turning gray and nasty and shit. So they're trying to they got at least 3 days before these people start rotting. And that's the reason why they're doing this whole like Arctic blast in weird places, because they're going to do a power outage apparently too on the whole thing, and then do it again. So when that happens, they're just going to have a giant refrigerator in here. And fortunately, this guy here showed us exactly what the instruments look like that they're using, which we were talking about we would have to get rid of starting a new generation. So check out, this dude has this perfectly laid out for us.
Why is Texas the only state experiencing massive power outages when there are locations that are much colder than Texas and they don't experience these massive power outages?
Yeah, it's all ran by metal machines. This shit gets snowed on. That doesn't mean it needs to not work. This shit is like made for weather, to be outside. So that's how you can tell, man. They're just fucking with it.
Of the planned EMP strike, there's a planned
and this is the 5G right here. So EMP waves gonna come through, and there's gonna try to black everything out.
And that EMP strike is gonna cause cause a nationwide power outage, and they're gonna try to blame it on a solar flare. They're also
gonna blame it on Mr. Cheeks, huh?
another country. But this
Hilarious.
has been a plan and an agenda of the United States for quite some time now. All right, and like I said in previous videos, in between now and 2024.
So we got, if this is true right here, we've got plenty of time for them, their little beta tests. We've got plenty of time to break the fuck out, dude. My shit's paper thin. I know some of y'all are too, man. We're not even gonna sweat that. We'll fucking stop this shit from happening. Straight up. Like, these motherfuckers aren't gonna stop us from doing anything in here. And we know not to be afraid of none of this bullshit. Fuck these motherfuckers. These fucking goddamn devils.
Experience all of these fucking experiments. All right? And a lot of these government experiments are going to be conducted by HAARP. And what their main agenda and their main goal is to bring the people to their knees. Bring the people to their knees by using the weather satellites.
They want to eat you. It's a refrigerator. They want to make it cold in this dome. That's it.
That it's natural. Make them believe that it's the Bible and Revelation when I already debunked Revelation of the Bible and proven it to have been just a plan of the Zionists and the Jesuits. You see, they want the sheeple to believe that Revelation is something divine, that it's so-called God's will, but it's
God's will.
But the plan.
That's his plan.
Of the Jesuit Freemasonic
See what I'm saying? Warlocks. This is Gadriel doing this fucking shit for 3 days.
The universe never said that 6 billion people had to die on the earth. The universe never said that 6 billion people had to be exterminated on the earth.
Okay, so those kids, those are the ones that are going to be left behind out of the 8 billion. They're going to try to keep the kids and put them in these things called stacks and put these VR things in their eyes and try to bring them into a different world while they're recreating the world. So those kids are going to get brainwashed and they're going to think they're in the 1800s. I'm telling you, they're going to start this whole motherfucking thing over again. But if the light kids that know the truth, they can't get held by the 5G attack and the EMP blackout, all this fucking bullshit, and we're still moving with our vessels and making shit happen and doing all the sun gates and doing all this shit, we're not going to be watching these kids walk around to tell us that they think that in the 1800s. We're going to be like, no, you're actually in 2024, and look at my bus, and no, I got a cell phone, and no. See what I'm saying? They're not going to be able to do shit. That M. Night Shyamalan, exactly. When they told people that they were in the village. They told them that they were in the fucking old days and they were in the modern day times. Exactly like that. So now they're not going to be able to do that shit to us again. Nope. They're not going to come with a constitution. They ain't going to bring a Martin Luther thing around again. Nothing. They can't do it again. And they can't black out the sun because they can't have a farm. That is the fear campaigning to carry out this generation into the same shit again. So when it happens again, you just get scared because you think they have all this power to bring on this dark age that is not good for their farming because they want motherfuckers to be healthy and fat and all that shit. So with that being said, that's why they're creating a refrigerator and then they're going to start it over again. But with that being said, the HAARP, let's see that. Where are we at? It closed out and I didn't even do that. Very interesting. Let's see if the video is still available. Very interesting. I don't like that. That's all I say. It's a bunch of haterism because I didn't click anything. All right, let's go.
It's RFG. I'm back at it today and I'm here.
Yeah, check out this dude's videos. He predicts the Super Bowls
really
and shit.
On.
But we're not on a spinning ball, unfortunately.
This is all a fucking
Here we go.
agenda.
Got it.
I definitely think this is all a fucking agenda.
Yes, I got it. All right, so whenever we start looking for these HAARP buildings and they do this whole getting rid of everybody, the whole government's going to be gone. They're all going to the bellies of some monsters and shit. Anyways, these are the fucking things that we drive abandoned vans into with gasoline in the back. Like on fucking Sell the Movie, these are the instruments right here. So when we see these, we know that that's what they're using to control the weather, and we can get rid of this shit. And then it immediately turns into a Tafiti waving her arms, and then the whole frequency is not blocked anymore, and it just spills over. So that is the kind of stuff that they're demonizing. They're saying, oh, it's going to be an apocalypse, a tomb apocalypse and cool world, and oh man, Ghostbusters 3 with the girls, man, you can't let those light bodies come out because it's gonna be so bad for our fiction. And they just hate on it. So this is it right here. That's the one of the barriers. The power grid is going to be shut off. So you're going to be able to see the divine feminine walking around in here. And I'm sure omnipresently this being is going to just tell us, hey, this is where it is over here. Hey, look over there. Hey, look at this shit over here. And this whole thing is just going to be an abandoned corporation, like an abandoned house on a house market. That's pretty much what this whole thing's going to turn into, an abandonment. You get rid of these HAARP machines, it's going to turn into a paradise, 75-degree jacket weather, just like it is in the center. And there's not a thing that they're going to do to make us believe that weather and all this biblical stuff was anything that we needed to be thinking was true. So it's just going to turn into a paradise again, and that's what it is. So watch Grim Nasty TV, like, share, and subscribe. And as always, when you get awake, stay awake.